This is cover art for an edition of Goldfaden's most important works, created and published by the Warsaw-based publishing house, Boehmritter and Gonschor. While Goldfaden composed most of his full-scale operettas as early as 1877, he did not publish them systematically until he entered a contract with Boehmritter and Gonschor in 1887. Publishing his work earlier, when Yiddish theater was permitted in the Russian Empire, would have made them more available to rival theater troupes. Once he was certain that the Russian government would stand by its ban of Yiddish theater it had issued in 1883, the publication of his work was a good source of income. This book cover is for one of Goldfaden's most beloved operettas, Shulamis, or the Daughter of Jerusalem. It is based on a legend from the Talmud referred to as the Weasel in the Well, and many versions of this legend are found in Jewish folklore. Goldfaden was inspired in particular by a version of it written by his father-in-law, the Hebraist and Russian Jewish maskil Mordechai Verbal, who published his in Hebrew rhyming couplets in 1868. Shulamis is the only one of his operettas in which Goldfaden deploys rhyming couplets throughout the entire libretto. The story unfolds in the land of Israel during the Second Temple era, during the Sukkot pilgrimage festival. In the first scene, Shulamis, the daughter of a Bethlehem shepherd, accompanies her father on the first steps of his journey to Jerusalem, but must return home to tend to their flock of sheep in his absence. But she loses her orientation in the desert, and to save herself must descend into an old water cistern from which she cannot climb out. Absalom, a dashing prince of Jerusalem, a descendant of the Maccabees, rescues her. When she emerges from the cistern, they fall in love and pledge an oath that after the pilgrimage holiday, he will seek her out in Bethlehem, and they will marry. As according to the legend, and as represented in the etching, there is only the weasel and the well as witnesses to validate their promise. Remarkable about Shulamis is the milestone it represents in the history of women in Jewish performance, a phenomenon which Goldfaden almost single-handedly pioneered. While others of his operettas were named for female characters, Goldfaden had never before presented us with a female character of such strength. Instead, he tended to damsels in distress or aggressive and aged matriarchs. Goldfaden knows this. A song that Shulamis sings called Shabbos Yontif in Rosh Chodesh compares her loneliness to the bima, or pulpit, in a synagogue. She claims the synagogue center, as would a rabbi and cantor, and she invokes his authority and the tchinas of Yiddish prayers as a source of spirituality of Ashkenazi women. The song is all but a manifesto for the woman's unprecedented place in Jewish public performance. And the song became the standard audition song for female performers in the Yiddish theater.